Okay, TikTokers, hold on a minute. I'll be there. Gotta load up some other stuff. Ooh, oh, that's not good. Hold on there, partner. I got the wrong computer. Let me entertain you with the right one. I can't get on Let's Go Help yet. Okay, let me see if this works. Right there in a second. Okay, I think I got it. There we go. Okay. Sorry. Sorry, I'm getting a little behind here. Actually, man, I guess that's my age. That I'm really screwing up a lot nowadays. Uh, let's see, let's do this. There we go. Okay. Well, that's good. Okay, we're on Let's Go Live. We're on TikTok and Let's Go Help on, or Matthew Let's Go on YouTube. All right. Oh, oh my. Now I lost my other. I had the form in the other computer. I hope it's here. A new. Yes, okay. Yeah, a couple things I want to talk about taxes, and really, I have a free report that I want everybody to have, and it's if you go to tinyurl.com/lesgo500, okay? So it's tinyurl.com/lesgo500. Okay, you want to go there and download that report. Because if you're paying your taxes today or whenever you pay them, I'll show you how to get $18,000 back from the government, no matter what you paid in taxes. Okay, so this free report, it's really, oh, what is this? That's not good. I cut and pasted something that looks terrible. I think it pasted a whole lot too much. One of my computers just went out yesterday, and I don't know why. Oh, I can't get that chat eliminated. So we're gonna have to put a new chat and try to do it right this time. Oh, now where did that go? Google Docs. Okay. Sorry for my inaptitude. You know what I did yesterday? I mean, this is old age, I guess. Is I went out to a friend's house for dinner last night, parked in front of their house down the street, and I live in Washington, D.C., so it's not like an empty place. Oh, it won't let me do that. It doesn't like me. Oh, God. Okay. Well, I have to do that later, okay? But there are places to get help for taxes, and I'll give you all of them. I'm sorry I can't put them in through the, geez, I'm an old fart. Well, here's this is a funny thing. So I go and park in front of the house, go for dinner. We spend about 4 hours together because we walked down the street and had some drinks, come back. And I get back, it's like 11 o'clock at night or something. I left my car running with the keys in it. I left my car running with the keys in it. Thank God there was still some gas available. Man, I can't believe nobody stole it, for one thing. And I can't believe that I did that. So you're dealing with me in business. Be careful. I'm a forgetful old guy that does things like that. So it's going to be an interesting life. I think the rest of the life will be interesting to see how many really fucking stupid things I'm going to do. But right now, I want to do something really important. Mainly, you pay taxes in America, and they're due today. And there's a lot of free help I'll tell you about in a minute. To help you pay taxes or not pay your tax bill and all those kinds of things. I'm going to tell you about those. But first, I want you to know that because you pay taxes, you have access to $18,000 worth of free money to come back to you. That's how much the government gives every adult in the United States every year from the tax money. Goes to programs that come back to you in grants and free services and things like that. 40% of our country is made up of these free services and grants, but you don't find them in Google. People go to Google and they try to find them, and then all you'll get there in Google is people that want to get money from you. You want to find people that give money to you. Particularly now, we have a higher poverty rate in the United States than any other developed country. People's incomes have not grown in the last 50 years. Inflation has grown 300%. If your income doesn't grow, you can't stay ahead of inflation. You have to have that income growing. Okay, what I'm trying to do is show you live in a country where there's literally thousands and thousands and thousands of programs that help you compete, deal with the bad parts of capitalism. Capitalism has good parts, yes, and it's pretty cool. But it has bad parts too, and it hurts people, okay? So that's why we have these programs. And you pay for them with your tax dollars. So if you want to get the value out of the money you spend to the government, you have to learn how to get these programs that give you money. Okay, and I have a list of 500 programs in your state. There's 500 programs in your state, and I have them for every state, and this is free. You don't have to pay, join our group at all. I give you these for free. I want more people to know about these programs, more people to realize that these programs are there for you to help you pay your bills, get out of debt, buy a house, fix up a house, get health care, get free legal help, start a business, get a better job. All these things that improve your life and make it better are there in government programs that are not advertised. So you go around pissed off because you can't get help, because you're going to Google trying to find help, and you'll never find it there. You only find people that want to get money from you. So you want to get money from people. You don't have money. So you can't play that game. Don't go playing Google if you don't have money. That's for people with money. That's the good part of capitalism. But it creates some bad parts. People out of work. People own too much debt. You get screwed over. You lose your job. Everything like that happens. Where do you go? You have health care. Can't afford health care. Okay. We have programs to help you. I have them all there. 500 for your state. Yes. How about Michigan? Michigan is in that report. You go to Tiny, T-I-N-Y, url.com, tiny, TINY, URL.com / and then let's go 500. Tiny URL / and then let's go 500. You go there, download that, please, please, please. You don't have to give me any money. I could pay rent for a while. I'm not going to be here long anyway. So I got 10 years if I'm lucky. So to my mind, I have nothing better to do to try to show people how to solve the pain that's causing you in life because of this economy, because of whatever. Doesn't matter. You're going to have pain anyway. But we live in a country where we set up programs to help you with that. You like it or not. They're there to help you. And the rich people use the hell out of them. That's why this country is, the Washington, D.C. is full of millionaires and billionaires trying to figure out how to get more money from the government. When the average person who really needs this money, because here, this shows you what's happening. This is, wage growth. See, down here, the red line, that's the wage growth for 90% of the country. 50 years, didn't grow hardly at all, and actually it grew 30%. But the rich people, it grew like 200%. Okay, not 30, 200. But the consumer price index went up 300%. So if your income went up 30%, but your prices went up 300%, you're screwed. Okay, you have to find ways around this. And one way is to see the programs that help you dig out, the programs that give you money and help to get more income, the programs that will train you for free to get a $100,000 job. That's right. Without a college degree, you don't need college degrees anymore to get a high-paying job, because we need talented people that do work that requires skills, and they're giving you skills, okay? So that's a please, please, please. I beg you to download this so you see, just to see that, to see the 500 programs in your state. All the phone numbers are there. All the websites are there that you could call. Now, it's going to take work on your part. You just don't fill out a form and, oh, yeah, the state's giving you. No. You got to find the right office, and you got to make a bunch of calls, get all fucked up, and you'll get some boring person who doesn't know what the hell they're talking about. You got to get through all that, and that's why we got Let's Go Help.com. We have 15,000 people that help you through that, people. And these are all members, and we only charge $20. But don't think I'm here to try to get members. If you need it, yes. But if you don't need it, do it first. Do this first. Even if you're considering joining, no. Look at that, download that report first. That is the best work of 50 years of doing this. I think that is the best product I've done. I've written 100 books. Only about 10 made money. That's life. But this, I think, is the best product I have for people. It's a Bible. I call it, the Government Benefits Bible. This is a single Bible for all the benefits that you're eligible for just because you live here. You don't even have to be a citizen for a lot of these programs. Some you do, a lot of them you don't. So don't worry about that too. You live here, you have rights. So far, you never know about tomorrow, do we? And it's there for you to take advantage of, okay? And what the noise you hear out of Washington, that doesn't affect these programs. Maybe a little bit somewhere. Don't worry about it. Just go. There's too many options. Like right now, you could go, you want to fix up your home, okay? And maybe you read that Trump is cutting down the grants for fixing up homes. That's okay. Let him feel good about himself and hurt as more people if he can. But no, you go to this website here called findhelp.org, okay? You go to that website and you put in your zip code and you put in home repair, you'll find 50 programs, not one that he cut back or something like that. No, there's 50. Where you live, that's the thing. It's all about where you live. It's not coming from Washington. Some of the money comes from Washington, but it's handing out where you live. You got to know local people, and you got to talk to local people. You got to call them up, and say, hey, I need money to fix up my house. and see every program I give you gives out money to fix up house. Now, you may not be eligible because everyone has different eligibility requirements. So when one says that, oh, you make too much money, you're not eligible, that doesn't matter. There's other programs, of the 50, that means you have 49 left to check, It's like getting a job or anything. Everybody has different requirements, different skill sets or whatever, and you have to match it up with you, and that's what it is. So you have to realize, please repeat the Tiny URL. Okay, tiny, Tiny, URL.com, tiny, Tiny, URL.com / Lesko, Lesko, that's my name, 500. Tiny, Tiny, URL.com / Lesko, Lesko, 500. Okay? Please do that. Don't give me any money. Do that so you know there's people in this country that want to help you. There's people in the country that has love in their heart and not just hate. They're there. You're going to find them. And you'll create hate if you don't solve your problems. So get out there and find the things that will help you. They're out there. The rich people use the hell out of it. So that's why, that's how I started learning this. I was helping millionaires become billionaires with government programs. I said to myself after doing that, it was my first successful business. So I was very grateful because, will I still be eligible? Maybe not for the one you find, but there are other ones you are eligible for. You can't be eligible for everything, but there's hundreds of thousands of programs. That's it. And you'll never find them in Google. You have to, number one, stay away from Google. Number two, only contact websites that end in .gov or .org. Those two websites give money. .com take money from you. They need money from you. And that's what Google is all COMs that want to get money from you. You got to stay. If you don't have, if you have money, fine, go, spend your heart out. But if you don't, and they're the people I'm trying to help. The people are struggling. We all struggle in some form or other. And the people don't have money and struggle. Man, that's killing. That's making you sick, I would say. And so that's what I want to show you. You have options, but it's going to take some work on your part. You can't just fill out a form and get, I'm going to get you close. I'm not going to get you right on target because then you have to get close and find out the target. So in other words, I'll show you where 50 programs are to fix up your house, or 70 programs to pay your rent. Okay, now you have to go through those 50, go through those 70, and see which ones are for you. Talk to people and help them narrow you down about what's available, okay? And when somebody says, oh, you're not eligible, don't think you're not eligible somewhere else, okay? That's the important thing. And that's what I think Let's Go Help is, because we have members that are live 4 or 5 hours every day. They tell you how they did it and what they had to go through. So you realize, man, it's not only me telling you who looks like a clown and how could you trust me? No, it's people like you that are very successful at this, and they're doing it, and you have too. It's a longer timeline to learn how to use this stuff. Okay, invite, okay, live, federal, but it's there for everybody. And actually, here's some websites for IRS. I want you to know, I can't, my computer crashed. And I have another one, a backup, and I was using that, and now that didn't work when I went on this. Oh shit, I forgot to see if this worked. So that's part of being 81 and screwing up. So I'm gonna screw up a lot more. So if I screw up your money too, your $20, let us know, we'll fix it, we'll get it back to you. Life now is not to make things better, it's just trying to make life is just trying to live, not live better. Because everything now at, I figure late in their 70s, everything's going downhill. My whole life was really trying to be stronger, faster, smarter, all those kinds of things. That's not going to get better anymore. You're just hanging on by my nails for that kind of part of life. But what I can do is love more. And that's why I feel that you could grow for the rest of your life, love people more. And that's why I want to give you stuff. Even though I'm not making money on this, the joy to me is giving you that free report. It's a huge fucking thing. And you download it. You have every city, every county, every state in the United States and what programs they have for anything. Anything, that's right, anything. and that's the joy, that somebody will take that and download it and find something. Who makes your clothes? I get them made in Vietnam now. The people who are trying to kill me 50 years ago are now making my suits. Can we get the report? You get the report by going to tiny, T-I-N-Y, URL.com. Tiny, T-I-N-Y, URL.com/Lesko, L-E-S-K-O 500, Lesko 500. There is a race, race trying to, Indianapolis 500, that's what it was. Okay, this is the Lesko 500. Where to get dental grants? Yes, it's in there. All the help you have for getting dental help, free dental help, free mental help, free pet care. All that stuff is in there. Please, please. I grew up with you. Yeah, that was me. I was younger, gray hair, not now, but not then. It was brown, I guess, or something. It wasn't great. Let me tell you this list of what you could get at the IRS. There's something called an offer in compromise. And that's where if you owe the IRS money, they'll make a deal with you and you only have to pay 10% of it. But you have to deal with them, and you go to irs.gov and put offer in compromise. So that's one thing to do. Okay, you also get one-on-one free help. Local offices, either online, and you can make an appointment, or in person. And if you go to irs.gov and put in your local IRS office, make an appointment. Okay, the other thing is there's free legal help to fight the IRS if you feel taken advantage of. And you go to irs.gov and then you look for low-income taxpayer clinics. These are grants. Lawyers get grants from the federal government to help you fight the IRS if you think you've been done wrong. I mean, isn't that great? Now, here's another very important office in the IRS called the Taxpayer Advocate. This is, Congress set up a separate organization to fight the IRS for you and straighten out the problems, okay? So you want to know, it's at taxpayeradvocate.irs.gov. There's also, they have a special program. If you have trouble paying your taxes, call the IRS. Don't go to Google and try to find some accountant or whatever, lawyer. I mean, they certainly pay money, but it's money you're losing. If you're paying the IRS to get something, no, don't. You don't have to pay IRS. The IRS will do it for you for free. And you think, well, they're biased. Yeah, but the lawyer's biased too. We all got biased. And what do we have? I just saw a little text somewhere got to me. Let's see, that is, okay, so yeah, taxpayeradvocate.irs.gov, taxpayeradvocate.irs.gov. Another thing I saw, the DOJ is going around cutting grants to people and things like that, and cutting people, and they're cutting IRS staff. No chance in hell you're going to get audited anymore. They're cutting all the people in the IRS that audit people. But every year, there's like $500 billion to $1 trillion of people who aren't paying their taxes and have to, because the IRS doesn't have people to go chase them. So that's $500 billion to $1 trillion. That's big, big money. You know, they're cutting $40 billion out of USAID. That's $40 billion. That was the budget, and they got rid of that. But there's at least, 400 billion. So that's 10 times So the money that they're not collecting. So that's to me, that's like a business. Okay, these guys are supposed to be running a business well. So if I had a business and I had $400 million of people that owed me money from my business, and I wasn't going after that money, I mean, that is not running a business very well, right? You keep spending money and doing the work, and you don't collect the money from the people who are giving you money, who buy stuff from you. You know, I mean, that's just the poorest business move I could think of. I'd go after that right away. I wouldn't be spending anything until I got that money. If somebody owes me money. But no, what they're doing is cutting and hurting people. And cutting we probably need, of course. We all need that. But it's the hurt. You know, it's the cruelty of it that, I mean, living in Washington, you feel it. I mean, it's closures now, restaurants are hurting. People in the building I live lost their job just overnight. They thought they'd be there forever, you know, and some of them have already been there forever. Go after, and that's right, you know, and that's $1 trillion. I mean, that's huge. There's nothing bigger that Trump wants to do except the tax cut, because he wants to give the billionaires $1 trillion. Well, I'm sure a lot of that money that they owe is $1 trillion that they owe, but I don't know for sure. I'm guessing. And just blowing steam, so don't just ignore me. But right now, you have things to do. You have do your taxes, okay? And if you don't know what to do, how to do, you can go to findhelp.org and put in your zip code, and then put in tax, TAX, and you find all the free help with taxes, okay? And don't hire an accountant to pay your back taxes or whatever. No, go to taxpayeradvocate.irs.gov, taxpayeradvocate.irs.gov, okay? That's the important thing. And the most important thing that you want to know right now is the 500 programs that are in your state that give you money to do anything. That's right. They look perfect. I know when we put the my office in what used to be the kitchen, that was the light in the kitchen. We expanded our apartment, bought an apartment next door to have a little bigger, because they're just little, what do you call it? You know, one room apartments. And this was the kitchen. This is the lamp there. And yeah, and I put up my videos. Oh my goodness. Well, so that's, I'm not really, I don't have a real halo. I may have devil ears, you don't see it. Why do people think there is so unique, trying to be unique in charge of 20? By trying to be unique, you're actually trying to be fit in. You miss the point of expression by that point. Not sure what that means. But as long as you do, I mean, I don't know if I'm unique or what. I just know this is me inside. I just want to be me. That's the only thing. All programs are owing back pay on child. Yes, there is a program to get your back pay, your child support forgiven. Okay, it's at your state government. Every state has different requirements. And you could get, I know in California, that you could get up to 90% of the back child support forgiven. How do you find that out? Go to call 211 or call your elected official and ask for the state office of child support payments. And they'll tell you about their program and how to do it, okay? See, that's what I mean. Who knows about that? You know, people don't know, you know? You get so many things forgiven. That's what you can, capitalism, you don't get forgiven, you go to court. But in the community, see, these are community programs. We're helping each other as a community. You know, you can't pay your mortgage, well, we help you or whatever. You know, and it's not to throw you in court, you know, if you don't pay back your money, because we gave it to you, you don't have to. But then if you get a loan from the government, they're the nicest people to get loan money from, because they also have forgiveness programs. Just like IRS has a forgiveness program, okay, to do it. Your state property tax have forgiveness programs, okay? But you have to find out about them, and you don't find them in Google. That's the stupidest thing I've ever heard of in my life. We are all unique and different in every way. Yeah, we're all different. That's why we have to find a way to grow that's right for you. I mean, if you're a petunia, you're not going to grow like a rose. You know, you have to grow a petunia. And okay, I filed except for 2 years, and now I've been scared of the past 3 years, and I have 5 years behind and counting back. I don't know what to do. You go to taxpayeradvocate.gov. taxpayeradvocate.irs.gov. taxpayeradvocate.irs.gov. I mean, you got to get that. See, to me, with that on your head, that's causing you physical illness, because that worry, that anxiety eats you inside that you don't even know. And you have to take care of that by facing it. You'll see nothing real bad is going to happen. I mean, sure, it's going to be a pain in the ass for a while, but they're not going to throw you in jail or anything like that. And you'll figure out a way, even if it's $1 a day for years or whatever, and you get part of it forgiveness, unless you're a rich fat cat. I mean, if you're not a fat cat, then there's ways they forgive a lot of this stuff. You know, what the weirdo? I want to thank you. So, oh, thank you, Timothy. It does cause me physical. Yeah, see, you can't. You have to do that as fast as possible. And I would start with the taxpayer advocate, okay? And if you can't get through, call your elected official, and they'll help you through the process, okay? And to call your elected official, you go to 202-224-3121, 202-224-3121, okay? And talk to your 2 senators or congressperson, okay? But anyone else there, make sure any programs for OMPS. Okay, I told you about the child support. Okay, nobody since then. Anybody else there? I need a grant for home repair. Download that report. Download that report. You need a grant for home repair? Go to tinyurl.com/LESCO, LESKO 500. You go there, you'll see a whole list of every state. Click on your state, and you'll see 6 categories. And under housing, it shows you how to get the money for housing, okay? Simple, simple, simple. Let's see, I forgot. Yeah, hi. Let's see, Let's Go Help. I forgot you guys are here too. I was trying to get people to get that free report who are not members, so we could help them with problems. Taxpayer advocate, taxpayer. I don't know if it's taxpayer, Ellie. I think it's just taxpayeradvocate.irs.gov. Taxpayeradvocate.irs.gov. tinyurl.com. That's one word, Martha. And then /LESCO, LESKO 500. Let me write it here. Maybe they'll let me write this. Okay. Mickey, what do you have? Could change my ancestry. A single grant could change my bloodline forever. Not sure how that's going to work, Mickey, but if you think so, that's great. What do you need 4? See, the money's available around things. 10,000 grant isn't applicable to everyone as well. Yeah, there's thousands. I tried a lot. I search high and low. I'll find help. Okay. No, you have to start talking to people, Mickey. That's what it is, to find more options. If you are not getting for anything you have tried. Well, if you're not, I called. Well, it's not just one person. I mean, you may have to make 10, 20 calls to find people, to get the ideas of where the help is that you have, or to change your idea. What are you trying to find money for, Mickey? I need your glasses. Oh, lots of big dudes aren't paying what they owe, man. I mean, it's up to $1 trillion. Actually, it's something like 700 billion to $1 trillion. Uh, Boy, I'm sorry I put all that junk in there. I cut and pasted and I can't undo it. Everyone, okay. So Mickey, what is it for? Do you have the links to websites that contact us? Helen, do you have links or websites that connect us to the one? There's no single website. You have to know what you want to do and start looking for those that help that problem you have. Joe, if you go and look on the left-hand side of Let's Go Help, there's a table of contents. And one of the topics there is Unlock My Goals. And that's a good place to start. If you want to start a business, it shows you step by step who you have to start talking to get free money and help to start your business. If you want to buy a house, it shows you step by step who you have to start talking to buy a house. The same thing for getting out of debt. Step by step, who you have to start talking to. See, that's what we have. I have to say it that way, because people just want to go on and find click something to fill in the blanks. It may work that way, but you're taking a chance. Mickey, where do you? No grant there. I tried SB. Right. They don't have. They are just consultants. Okay. You have to. There are other organizations that give out money. And other kinds of money. There's grant training money at local level for you to be an entrepreneur. You have to go there at your Department of Labor. That's why you don't call up the SBDC and look for money. They may not have money, but they can help you find other sources that have money. What kind of business do you want to start, Mickey? I also owe money and drowning in it. Okay, I would take care of that first, Mickey, is take care of your debt first before you start spending money or looking for money on anything else, because you got to get that off your back. And you do that by looking at item number 1. I already have a home-based travel consultant, okay? Well, then you just need customers. You don't need money, you need customers, I would think. But let's get rid of that debt first. And you do that by making an appointment with free financial counselors to analyze that, what you can get rid of, what you can't, who you can talk to get it down so they don't beat you, and things like that. That's what I would do first. And so if you look at, on the left-hand side, Unlock My Goals, if you go to that tab, Unlock My Goals, and tap on the first one about getting your debt and bills paid, and make an appointment. Okay, you have to make an appointment to the, and if one, I mean, there's dozens in your zip code, and I'll show you there how to find them. And you call one, see if they help. They don't, you call another one. There's just a lot, and you have to go open your heart and say, and just don't say you need money. Say you need help. I need help to solve this problem. Okay. I used to do credit repair and debt. Oh, well, you know a lot about this stuff. Well, I'd still go, because if you have somebody else fighting you, it's sort of like a lawyer. You know, if you don't have a lawyer, you know, a lawyer doesn't have a lawyer who doesn't hire an independent lawyer has a fool for an account for a client. That's a saying is among lawyers for that. So start working with somebody, okay, to do that. My credit score, okay, I have an LLC that I started, but haven't really used it. Should I start a brand new LLC? No, don't pay money for anything. If you don't have money and you're not bringing in money, do not spend any money on anything. My credit card said, okay, that's trying to say, I need to build business credit without anyone looking at my personal credit. Well, I'd first look at what you could do to make that personal credit not be so much of a burden, okay? And you make it up, you go to, on the left-hand side, unlock my goals, go to the one on credit and debt, and make an appointment. Okay, now for your business, do not spend any money on an LLC or anything. Spend time looking for customers. What was your business going to do? I started brand. What did you have business to do, Ellie? Stem cell therapy grant in Maine. I haven't found any grant. You need stem cell therapy. Is that what you need personally for the grants, Tracy? Yeah, okay. What I would do is I would go to Needy, N-E-D-Y, meds, meds.org. Okay, now they have a database of nonprofit organizations that give grants for people under certain kinds of conditions. When you go to needymeds.org, don't try to use the database. I have trouble using their database, trying to find these grants, personal grants. It's good, needymeds.org is good if you need free dental help or mental help and things like that, or free prescription drugs. But let me get you their phone number. Okay, if you go to needymeds.org, okay, and there's a phone number up on top of the page, 800-503-6897. Call them. I think they're only open 9 to 5, and find out programs for them. Then, okay, okay, Misty put unlock your goals, good. Okay, so that's Needy Meds. Here's the phone number on Needy Meds, 800-503-6897. 503-6897. Well, how are you going to, is it only, so you only want to do a nonprofit? If you only want to do a nonprofit, then you have to find nonprofit money, okay? Or if you're going to sell something, I guess you're not going to sell something, you just want to be a good guy and just give money away. That means you have to find people that will give you money, okay? Right, Misty says there's a nonprofit thing there. Now what you have to do, you don't want to become a nonprofit, you don't want to become an LLC, you don't want to become nothing. What you want to spend every second of your life doing is looking for possibilities of people that will give you money. Do up a one sheet, go to, what Misty gave you there, and make an appointment with the local nonprofit that helps you start any kind of business, and at least do have an idea, do some kind of one sheet idea of what you want to do. And then you go looking for money and see what organizations it'd be worth maybe applying to do that. So in other words, you don't have a nonprofit unless somebody gives you money to do something. And so you're looking for, so that's the only thing you should be working on. Where am I going to get money to do what I want to do? Everything else is detail. Whether you're a nonprofit official or not doesn't matter. Whatever you think you need, it doesn't matter. What matters is a place to get money for this idea. That's what you have to spend 24/7 doing. Getting any money is a need. Yes. That's why it's important that you find, if you don't have money, if you want to cut that part out, you find ways that you get right to money instead. Like the travel, who was that? Mickey, you're traveling. God, you got to get business. So if you got a lot of business, then that would solve your financial problems. So that's why get rid of that debt, or have somebody manage that for you, and get the free consulting to find out how to create business without spending money. That's what I do. I don't spend any money on advertising. I did in my first 2 businesses, and they both went broke. There is no obligation that I will help. That will help you money to. Depends on the kind of debt. or whatever, and whatever. That's right. I get a pro to look through that and get these. I mean, nobody's paying their bills now anyway, so you're not alone. Everybody that you owe money to, you're not the only one. So they all have more deals to do now and things like this because everybody's in deep doo-doo. So that's why you have to get talk to the experts who are helping a lot of people do this, but the free experts, not people you're going to find in Google. They're all going to get your money, okay? You don't want to do that. Misty, how are you? Thank you so much for your help. I lost all my money and my credit trying to save my last company. Okay, that's over the water, okay? You got to pick your ass up and try again. My first 2 businesses failed. And they were great because it found out I didn't need all that shit I thought I needed. That the experts said I needed. An LLC, I needed the fancy this and that, the special, the lawyers and the account. No, you just need a customer in your business. So don't worry about anything except getting a customer. Okay. All right, see, Mickey knows. She's been through that too. So that's it. Free business mentor. Yes, Eli, get them. Say, I don't have a pot to pee in and I need to get customers. I failed at many things before. You have to fail. If you didn't fail, you're not going to grow. And that's the problem, is that everybody wants to do something new and they don't want to fail. You're not going to do it if you don't want to fail. You can try, but that's why I don't believe people say, here's the 5 steps to success. Fuck no, there are no 5 steps. There maybe was for you, but we're all different. Yeah, and if you think there's the 5 steps and step number 2 or 3 it doesn't work, then you're saying, that guy's an asshole. I didn't. No, probably not. But because they convince you these are the 5 steps. There's no 5 step. There's maybe 1 or 2 that'll work for you. The rest you got to figure out yourself, and you figure them out when you fail. And if you don't fail, you don't know there's something wrong. So you know something's wrong, and you have to think hard about what to do. How do you get through it, around it, over it, through it, whatever. That's why I think the most important thing in doing anything in life is your heart, not your information, not your money or anything, because you're going to fail doing anything. And if you don't really want to do it, you're going to quit. And there'll be 100 reasons why to quit. And that's, I think, what life is about. Like a kid that learns to walk. Remember my kids learn to walk? And they would go over to the coffee table, pick themselves up, and try to step away from the coffee table and fall on their ass. And if I said, hey, don't do that, you're going to fall. I knew that. They didn't know, but they had to try. And they had to do it 100 times before they walked, right? You ride a bicycle, you're going to have a fall on the ground a bunch of times before you figure out that stuff. And if you don't do that, you're never going to figure it out. That's why don't ask people advice on when you want to do something new, because they're going to tell you you're going to fail. And that's true. And that's the way you learn. And you grow, and you handle that fail, figure out a way around it, and eventually get to success. You're going to fail a lot. And you just have to do it. So when somebody says, no, don't do that, you're going to fail, just say, I know. You take the argument away. They're not going to, you don't go, oh yeah, but this, no, that goes because I have this. You're going to fail no matter fucking, all the money in the world or whatever. That's what life is. You want to do something new. I don't have $1 to my name, I'm afraid, to leave the house. Well, April, you got to do something, because just staying there doing nothing is, you might as well be underground, right? No, find something to do. Go online and go to Indeed.com and look for some stuff you could do, making some income online. We have How to Make Money at Home here. Maybe Misty will give you that link. I don't know if it's in where that is. I was scammed out of my money. Yeah, there's a lot of people pretend they're me too that are scamming people. That's part of life. It's a minefield out there. I've been scammed lots myself. And I think I'm a smart guy. No, we're all struggling in life. And We're all human, and if you're human, you're going to get shit on and beat up and everything. That's just part of it. And it's important that you get up and do it again and do it differently. You got to lick your wounds for a while. That's why the older I got, after everything was failing in the beginning, what I did, I don't plan for success, I plan for failure. Because I think that's going to happen more likely than success. But I go to these seminars, whatever, how to be a millionaire and all this, and here's what to do, and you plan for what you're going to do with $1 million back now. The success is easy. You got to plan for failure because that's more likely going to happen. Your nose will lead to yes. Yeah, or your nose, N-O-S-E. Follow your nose and the nose. The nose knows. Or your nose knows the nose. Oh, there's Colleen. Boy, we waited for you, Colleen. Look at We've been here waiting for Colleen. Well, Colleen's here, so we're all set. And anybody now listening on YouTube who are not a member of Let's Go Help, because I've been talking to the wonderful people there. Get this, download this free report, and you don't have to send me money. Go to tiny, T-I-N-Y, URL.com, tinyurl.com /Let'sGo500, tinyurl.com/Let'sGo500. Oh, I forgot to put today is the last day for our car repair grant. So if you're a member of Let's Go Help, and if you're not, you could join at letsgohelp.com, and it's $20 a month. And if you're pissed off and we screwed you over, you think, we'll give you your money back, don't worry. But you also have we have 4 grants every month. We have deadlines 4 times in the month. Now, the 15th is the deadline for the car repair grant. We give people $500 of cash to help with car repair. So make sure you apply for that. If you don't win this time, you apply next time. Or our next grant is on the 20th, we give out money for rent. So we give out, I think it's $20,000 we're giving, or maybe it's 15, I forget. We're a little tight this month, so we're not giving away as much money. And do that. And then we give away 30 laptop computers. And then on the 4th, we give out up to $1,000 for people to spend on anything they want. So that's 4 giveaways we have of grants every month, okay? Okay, Misty, Mickey, Colleen, Mickey, Eli, is that Eli? I have tripled many times to come across what I love. I have clients. Oh, Mickey, wonderful. Well, what are you bitching about? They're not the ones who don't know. You will support. No, don't know. You will support you. Okay, right. Got to do that. Got to find a way. Sit down with those other. Get some input on your strategies from these free mentors to find other ways to create income. I mean, that's I think about it every day. I mean, and I try 100 things every day. I've written 100 books and only 10 made money. I know I'm wrong 90% of the time. You just have to crank that into your way of living. That you know, winning is a rare thing. Most shit you're going to do is going to fail. And so that's why you can't spend money doing it, because then you're out of money, then you're out of the game. So the less money you spend, the longer you're in the game to figure it out. If you're not a member, you should be best $20. Oh, Colleen, wonderful. Amo, it's not that it's my debt that I have no current income source, and or a grant that I was saying. Okay, that's me. Okay, that's why I say, Mickey, try. You want try a gig. Misty, do you have this stuff on gigs there? Maybe I could find it. My computer's so screwed up. Let me see. Let me see. Let me see. Hold on, Mickey. You could create income. You're smart. You got a laptop. Okay, here's the stuff we have on gigs, okay? And this is overwhelming again, but look at the links, indeed.gov or indeed.com, up in the beginning up here. See, you have gigs.indeed, and then snap a gig, those ZipRecruiter, all these, to get some work at home, easy stuff, full-time, part-time, whatever, to keep money coming in. That's what you have to do. And then also, what I would do is also go to Career One Stop. The gigs is probably more, go to Career One Stop and make an appointment with a career counselor, because they may even know other monies to live on. Is that being recorded as well? Is this being recorded as well? I want to laugh. Oh, good for you, Colleen. Yes, I'll have this up if I remember to put it over there, but I will eventually. I'll try it because you said it. I'll do it as soon as I can. I have to wait till it digests, renders or whatever, and then it'll all be there. And you keep asking questions. We have question corner. Want you to ask questions, okay? Charisse, thanks. I want to need a laugh. Oh, nice. Thank you. I gotta help out of my own. All right. I gotta help out my mom. Okay. Oh, there's lots of help there for mom. Okay, start with this, Mickey. Okay, 800-677-1116. Call that. That's the elder care hotline. People calling for helping other people, okay? And they'll hook you up with the local office to just see the major programs. And if there's nothing there to help you, don't stop. There's lots more to go. Download our report on a state-by-state report for help for seniors and people with disabilities. Not over the passing from my brother. Oh, sorry, Mickey. We both was there and he took his last. Ooh. Well, it's nice you were there. Okay. Oh, here, Misty got you. Caregiver help. Okay. Yeah, people we work with here are all loving people, so let us try to love you too. That's okay. Doesn't matter. As long as she's well, it doesn't matter. Any problem for disabled, that's just piece of the puzzle. There's more for non-disabled that will ever be for disabled. So you have to look at the other stuff too, okay? So don't limit yourself. Like a veteran say, well, I'm a veteran. Yeah, but that's only about 20% of what you're eligible for. That's called veterans. Okay, guys, let me go. I gotta go exercise so I can stay alive as long as I can and help beautiful people like you. If there's a way that we could give you something that will make your life just a little bit better somehow, I have nothing better to do ever. And can't wake up to get up tomorrow and do it again. Okay. Thank you so much. You've made my life so wonderful, you guys. It's just to know that something I have helped somebody is just the best gift in the world. So I thank you so much. Yes, okay, Mickey. See, now be sure to shame me the next time if I don't do this now. Okay, I'll even try to do it before I go exercise, okay? Just for you. You're in my mind. Oh, are you in town here, Mickey? Where do you live? I'm in Adams Morgan. Okay. Take care, all. Talk to you soon. Oh, the last time, tinyurl.com, tinyurl.com/ LESCO, LESKO 500, tinyurl.com/LESCO500. That's a free report that I call Government Benefits Bible. This is your Government Benefits Bible, all the government benefits in your state. I got 50 states in there with 500 programs each.